All right. You all know the drill. It's time for Film Theory, the Walten Files. Here we go. Okay, that's it. Hey, Jack. No. No. Yeah. Ow. Yeah. It was. Yeah. Yeah. No way. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one was kind of disturbing. It's a shirt. We did? Yeah, we were really confused about that. Oh, that was his name. Yeah. My dog is snoring so loud right now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was sad. Yeah.
Cover-up. This, in turn, is the memory that Sophie needed to unlock.
This just got so much deeper than I thought.
I hope you guys can hear this better.
Rise out of the ground and possess their gray stuffed animal, Rocket Rabbit. Two children sharing one character. Wait, is Rocket just the Walten Files equivalent of Golden Freddy? Did everyone realize that Golden Freddy actually had two spirits inside of one suit before I did? What are the dates of this one? Walten Files, okay. Golden Freddy, Spirit Theory. I was ahead of it. By a little bit. And then Buddy Farm ends on that uplifting note. From here, we get one final check-in with our happy little animatronic family, a final sequence of jump scares, and that's it. A somber ending to an intense 3-video ride of horror and tragedy. And honestly, it's a pretty tightly written episode. In this one extended upload, we get a lot of the answers that we were looking for last time. Who is Sophie? Why is she important? What she's supposed to remember? Check, check,
Yeah.
check. We know all those things now. But for everything that it explicitly answers, Bunny Farm still leaves one of our biggest questions open-ended. The biggest being, where's Jack? His frantic phone calls to Felix the night of the crash asking about his children are, to date, the last time we actually see or hear from him. Sometime in the next month after those calls, he disappears, the robots start acting funny, the restaurant opens, Rosemary gets stuffed into Shaw, and things quickly close. But whether that's Jack getting stuffed into Bond, Jack stuffing himself into Bond,
Oh.
style, or Him just literally disappearing out of grief and despair in a quest to find some way to bring his kids back, it's unclear. After all, someone caused the animatronics to go haywire before opening day of the restaurant. Could it have been Jack and his grief? Maybe. The evidence we have right now points to Jack being dead, or stuffed into the Bond suit like you might expect. In video 1, we get a brief glimpse of Jack's missing poster, which comes accompanied with a message of, "Let me out of here." And considering that Susan in Bunny Farm says that she's alive inside the Manny suit, stuffed people in this universe appear to be conscious inside of their animatronic prisons. For more proof of Jack's fate, though, look no further than the actual farm in Bunny Farm. You'll notice that even though the game in question is called Bunny Farm, the farm actually belongs to a character named Pete the Hippo. I guess Hippo Farm doesn't have the same ring to it. Anyway, during Sophie's playthrough, there's a lingered-on shot of a plaque describing the whole area as being founded by a hippo named Bobby with 2 children, Johnny and Pete. Bobby, who's now deceased, year unknown, had promised to build the greatest barn ever. Later, this plaque changes to instead reference the deaths of Ed and Molly Walten, which by proxy would mean that Bobby, our dead hippo, is then the stand-in for Jack Walten, our dead or stuffed protagonist. Connected to that, who or what is Bond the animatronic bunny? It's easy to assume that Bond and Jack are one and the same. If the bunny-shaped animatronic rabbit foot fits, wear it, you know? But I'm just not convinced. On one hand, the Springtrap connection of a mourning father losing his mind and trying to put the pieces of a broken family back together is hard to deny. On the other, though, I just don't see Jack, a loving
Yeah, I thought that too.
luring his loving wife Rosemary to her death in the guise of Bond. Plus, we get a few additional visual clues as to what might really be going on here. Throughout Bunny Farm, we get the merging and separating of Ed and Molly as these 2 red child spirits. We, of course, see them preparing for their school dance on the front steps of their house, and we see both of their faces multiple times around Rocket Rabbit, making it crystal clear that they're inside of that beloved toy. But in a weird couple of creative decisions, we also see them split out of Bond multiple times. During the night of the dance, we see the Bond player character wander around the school before passing through the wall, and suddenly on the other side, we see Ed and Molly appear to hunt for their uncle. And during the final jump scares of the Bunny Farm video, we see Bond glitching with overlays of 2 child spirits, 1 boy and 1 girl. So is Bond responding to the presence of these 2 lost children? Are they inside of him? His murderous intentions born out of their collective rage? Again, just like we see with Golden Freddy over in FNAF Land, was Rocket just a glorified vessel to carry him from one body to the next? It's really unclear right now. Lastly, though, I want to talk about the identity of Charles. Is he a Walten? A Kranken? At this point, we have a clear idea of pretty much everyone else in the story. Jack, Rosemary, Sophie, Ed, and Molly are all one family. Felix was a friend and partner who ultimately separates from his wife, Linda. Susan Woodings was an animatronic designer who just seems to be an employee, kind of hanging out. But everything about Charles outside of his name is still a big question mark, despite him being one of the main focuses of Bunny Farm. That said, I think I have an idea about his role in all this. And the solution doesn't come in the form of secret unlisted videos or backwards text. It comes instead in the form of Martin Walls' other non-canon animated specials. Mixed into the release of the Walten Files is a pair of animated
We gotta
Halloween
react to
specials,
those.
a Christmas special called Boozoo's Ghosts, and a Halloween special entitled The Mysterious House. Both feature alternate versions of our beloved mascot characters. Both also start off as seemingly normal old-time holiday specials before becoming the corrupted nightmare fuel that you'd associate with this series. To quickly summarize, Mysterious House is about a pair of trick-or-treaters who fall victim to a group of serial killers disguised as versions of Bon, Shaw, Billy, and a bizarre new character called TVA. Boozoo's Ghosts, meanwhile, is a surreal remix of A Christmas Carol that puts Boozoo, our ringmaster, in the role of the rich miser Ebenezer Scrooge, and features a death scene where the censored face looks very similar to the portions on Charles that we see throughout Bunny Farm. Now, I'm not suggesting that Martin Walls is lying about these being non-canon videos or anything. What I am saying, though, is that they might be testing out ideas or inspired by things that are canon to the actual story. And if that's the case, Boozoo being both a ringmaster, i.e. the head of a circus performance, as well as the stand-in for Ebenezer Scrooge, literature's most famous money-grubbing boss, seems to be an intentional choice. It implies that Charles was, in some way, a higher-up, a boss, maybe even the man supervising it all. Consider this. As is common with the series, there's one final hidden URL inside of Bunny Farm, with a piece at the top of the video and a second at the end. Following that link leads you to a video called Guilty, where we watch the tragic downfall of Felix, from an enthusiastic young boss with a dream to a substance abuser lamenting his actions. And it's in this video that we start to track the history of their company. Jack and Felix found Bunny Smiles Incorporated back in 1967. Just 2 guys with a strange shared dream of bringing animatronic fun to the masses. But in 1972, they sell to a new company, Cyber Fun Tech. Notice the logos and disclaimers on the title cards for all these videos. Felix even calls it out.
It's crazy how far we've made it. Just everything. The Cyberfund tech deal, the Bond Burgers project, it's incredible.
And this is a part of the franchise's lore that's really yet to be explored. The need for Jack and Felix to actively involve a third partner, possibly in the form of whoever actually ran Cyberfund Technologies. A third partner who has monetary leverage to demand favors from one or both men to keep the business going in the direction that he wanted. This, I suspect, is Charles, the mystery face that lives inside of Buzu. Hence, that character being depicted as both Ringmaster among the robots and as Scrooge in his animated special. It's my belief that we're going to learn that Charles is ultimately responsible for Felix's mental collapse. Anyway, with the new teaser out for installment 4, we may learn these answers sooner than later. But at the end of the day, what I love about the series is that it's a story about human characters in a world full of animatronics, not a story about animatronic characters in a world full of humans. What makes the Walten Files such an intensely disturbing story is that it's a family tragedy. Sure, there's certainly terrifying imagery and sound design, but it's just set dressing for real people going through intensely horrific situations.
It is.
A lot of times is scary enough. That's all you need. The killer bunny robot, that's just the cherry on top. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And cut.
So we learned a lot. How like Buzu is possessed by a man named Charles, who might be the boss in Cyberfund Tech. It's good to know. It's good to know. I hope you guys enjoy. Right after this, I'm gonna be recording about the Walten Files 4 teaser. Catch you guys up later, and see you all in the next one. Bye.